Well, it's a great day in the blockchain basement. New all-time highs once again. The savagery of Bitcoin. You're feeling it, aren't you,
I'm
Isaac?
feeling it. You see the bullish hats?
Dude,
Rocking it.
We're killing it, man. The YouTube channel exploding here. I don't know if I have it up, but we released a video yesterday on X that hit damn near 21,000 views. And I am explaining exactly what's coming for Chainlink, but we are cooking with gasoline tonight. Also had the video go out on YouTube. We are approaching 70,000 subscribers as we speak. Let's go to the channel here. If you're not already, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We are at 66,400 subscribers. Absolutely cooking with gasoline. It's all because of you and your support watching at home, folks. Thank you very much for supporting this channel. Me and Isaac are feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a fast-moving day, though. I can't lie. I had a morning Christmas party with the boy at his school. Took the daughters in with me, and then, gosh, I was too late to get the daughters dropped off at the daycare. So, my God, it's been a fast-moving day. But I hope you all are soaking in the positive price action here as we approach the holiday season. Things are looking juicy. I did get an entry point on a long position. Let's see if it's still alive. Hey, wow. Okay. So I entered a long with about $1,000 here at about $105,700. I did see a good liquidation to go down once the liquidity was grabbed. I entered in on a long position. This is CoinGlass. You get all the info for free there. Shout out to Shake and Bake. Happy birthday, Nicole. Thank you for being a member of the basement here for 13 months. Beyond a year. Long-term support from Nicole Ministator and Shake and Bake. Huge shout out to you. Also, KJam dropping the Discord link to the Blockchain Basement Discord in the chat there. Thank you very, very much for helping me out. Now, I do want to ask some help from all the moderators out there on the channel. Our channel is being overrun by scam comments.
Yes, sir.
So if you are a moderator out there watching this, please just check back into the video maybe an hour or 2 hours from now and help me clean up these scam comments. I do my best. I promise you I do. Yesterday's live, I cleaned out comments for probably an hour myself, so if you can help me out with that and just help people stay safe from buying scam projects that are being shilled to no end in the comment section of the show. So, now, if you're not already, make sure you're following me on Twitter at DruthCrypto. You can find me there. And also, Isaac should pre-populate because I think you've upgraded in life here. There he is.
That.
It's huge. At Isaac Does Crypto. He's a goon for Hit Network, co-host of the Blockchain Basement, NFA, DYR, IYKYK. You got to get all the acronyms in there, bro.
Yeah, I need to add a couple more. Why not?
Unbelievable. We're going to be fudding your bags today. I'm going to be fudding your bags.
Which ones? Which ones are you
Solana
today?
bags.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No,
I love
my
Solana bags.
I hold Solana. There's a point to me highlighting problems with Solana or problems with any project that has lost momentum is I hold the projects. I hold Solana. I hold a bunch of auxiliary plays to Solana, but they're buying opportunities. What you got?
Okay, I came out with this amazing post yesterday on X. I don't know if anybody saw it. About why Solana is underperforming right now.
Okay, let's go into it. Let's go right off the bat. Right off the rip. Why is Solana seeming to be very far behind everything else? Here's why, new and old data. All right, so you're highlighting the spam and chain congestion. Obviously, that's been a thing. 70% of transactions failing, block explorers. But what, in your opinion, you wrote this all.
Correct.
Give the people the sauce, because you stare and dive into Solana constantly. Why do you think it is lagging for the moment's time behind things like XRP or utility tokens like, Chainlink and stuff like that?
Well, obviously, I highlighted most of it in this post. The 70% of transactions failing are a big turnoff to a bunch of people, even with the meme coin sector and all the rugged projects with the locked liquidity and all that stuff that's stuck there. Block explorers. It can be pretty brutal to navigate, obviously, as I said there.
Yeah. The wash trading drama, though, this is a thing.
That's a lot. And this is most of this is older data from like March, April time of this year. But it's still bleeding into here, and we obviously saw that pull back to low 200s, and we're still we're still in the low 200 area.
I mean, let's check it out right now. I mean, my thing auto-populates to Pudgy Penguins, which is on Solana. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Beautiful, by the way.
This
And
has
the Pengu thing dropped today.
Oh my God.
Absolute chaos.
We're going to look at that, but let's just look at Solana right now because Solana is one of the big kahunas in the space. I believe it's coming in at about number 6 in terms of market cap size. I wonder if this is going to pull up for me. I'm getting overwhelmed by Telegram messages here. So Solana, this is nice to see. Okay, this is actually good to see because we do see today Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin limelight, like Bitcoin is stealing the show. This is nice to see Solana up by 3% on the day, honestly, because I mean it's been a rough ride. This is the month chart on Solana, and every single time it felt like we were going to get a resurgence. Like I would put in a trade when the RSI hit real low and I'd get a green dot and I'd put the stop loss just to protect the trade, and then it would just get washed out every single time.
And then also Blanks is over here also because of the new shiny options with all this new like AI stuff coming out. It's kind of taking you wouldn't expect it to really happen, but it's taking the highlights of Solana away.
Well, you mentioned AI. Someone's asking if anyone likes Flux. I love the Flux project, and I'm not partnered with them. I think that that's an awesome project. I hold a little bit of Flux, but honestly, I need to get a lot more of that project. Solana, the reason why I was catching a lot of flack is just looking at this old shelf here at about $200 flat. I will not be surprised. We did hit about 100 or just above it, about 197 actually on this wick. So I'm not going to be surprised if it comes back down to it. The most important level for me on Solana is making sure that it holds above essentially the $200 level. That is going to be a major proving point for it. You mentioned some things, AI. There's a lot of AI agents on Solana. There's really a lot of AI agents in general out there. Most of it is, in my opinion, hot water. But we're going to talk about the King Kugla of crypto, Bitcoin, and all the money I'm going to print off of this long on 35X for a $1,000 trade. I did put the stop loss protecting the trading fee, as you can see there. I do have 2,300 more bucks of gasoline to use on other trades, but it really, really feels like the limelight is on Bitcoin as we're breaking new all-time highs. And for everyone that follows the channel, you guys knew it was coming. I'll just bring this up once again here. We are now messing around with the next Fibonacci sequence. It is my opinion that we will see some violent moves to the upside. Last bull market, let's go on the weekly candles here. We were able to essentially make it all the way up to about 3/4 of the way through the Fibonacci sequence before coming back down to prove this level as price support. So this is a very important time frame that we're in right now, and it looks like we have all the macroeconomic factors playing in to make this happen. But we have scary top signals like this one from Fozzie. Not like this, he says. Not like this. Don't do me like this. This is an old tweet from Natalie Brunel. I'm starting a weekly Bitcoin dinner with my girlfriends who are new to Bitcoin investors. Welcome them to Team Orange. And this was literally put out on the exact Bitcoin top right there. So then it was a quick ride back down into the bear market. We went, here's where we formed the blockchain basement, telling everyone, no, this is where we stand our ground. And we are now at a point where a new group of gals is getting together. This is from Nicole Benham. Got every single friend of mine signed up for X to download a Phantom wallet last night. Happy holidays.
So they need to stop buying the top. It seems like they always buy the top. And this is exactly what you want to avoid.
Oh, man. Hopefully this isn't the top set. But really, guys, I don't think it is. I think that there is plenty of room to run for Bitcoin. History past, it shows we are in for one of the most volatile months in the bull market. And this is Q1 heading into Q2 of 2025. This time frame, in my opinion, will likely repeat. I'm looking at something like this, come back down, and then cook on up from there. And the top end of this channel comes in. I do expect us to perform up to the $200,000 to $240,000 level for Bitcoin. But there's some major news happening on the Bitcoin side. And we have organizations talking about a Bitcoin reserve. All while it happens, a reserve could cover 44% of the national debt by 2050. If Bitcoin compounds at 25% annually and 1 million Bitcoin is acquired over 5 years' time, starting at the $250,000 level. This is the layout of what the buying pressure would look like under the US dollar Bitcoin reserve. And it's interesting to think about the concept of it taking a year's time, maybe 2 years' time to get approved through Congress. And then they start buying at the top, right? That would be a major, major problem for me of Bitcoin ever coming back down to incredible entry points in the next bear market, right? Because I am hopeful that the 4-year cycle continues, but it really, really does not look like it's going to continue. And this from Matthew Siegel highlighting on this conversation, assuming the U.S. Treasury starts buying 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years' time at a starting price of $250,000. Assume the U.S. debt grows at 5% annually versus the last 10 years at 8%, and Bitcoin's price compounds at 25%. In such a scenario, the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, who holds assets equivalent to 44% of the debt by 2050. This is an absolutely incredible thing to see happening while we're in this bull market. I really don't feel like this is same as the last markets. Like in this graphs of these fib price action that I show you guys all the time, and I've used these very effectively through multiple bull markets, but these are without ETFs. These are without a U.S. Bitcoin reserve. Okay, so I really don't know where the top is going to be when we're talking in terms of Bitcoin price. Should we see Bill S-4912 approved? This is a bill put forward by Cynthia Lummis. Now we have Trump coming into presidency with a ton of really strong Bitcoin advocates like RFK Jr., you have Vivek Ramaswamy, you have Elon Musk, right? One of the Doge fathers up in there. You have a lot of very pro-crypto people with an ear of the next president of the United States, which is still, by and large, the strongest economy on the planet. And now we have even Van Eck highlighting this plan to 2050, suggesting by proxy that Coinbase custody will have $7 trillion of Bitcoin. Oh, my God. The average market cap of the ratio, the AUM ratio of the top 10 U.S. banks is 10.8%. By this metric, Coin's Bitcoin custody segment would be worth $75 billion alone. And Kevin Williams goes on to say we have a model that assumes by 2050, Bitcoin becomes a reserve asset that is held by central banks at a 2% weight. In that model, they arrive at a $3 million price target for Bitcoin. And honestly, if you're looking out to 2050, this price point for Bitcoin is being pretty damn conservative. So we can see the money managers. This is Market Alert. They got NASDAQ promoting this. It's all happening before our eyes. The miracle market is happening, and the chart really goes to show it. How is my long doing here? We're still cooking along. She's trying to roll over those. A 5-minute. Do I cut it? She's trying to roll over on me.
Let me see the percentage. You know me and my exits.
You know what? I'm sick of your shit. I'm going to just put the stop loss up. That's what I'll do. I'll move the stop loss up. So no matter what, I get more money. Now, Jerry, did you see Jerry Seinfeld was seen in Buckhead yesterday morning?
No, I did not see that. We should go hunt him down.
Dude, Jerry Seinfeld up in the building. Holy cow. Jerry Seinfeld seen having her coffee in Buckhead this morning. He was at Le Bon Noche. So,
you know who else is going to be in Georgia?
Who's that?
F.U. Crane.
What?
He's going to be in Gainesville for Christmas.
Dude, we got to try to hang out, man. All the people, all my people, let me know when you're in Georgia. Absolutely let me know. K-Jam, thank you for joining OG status, my brother. Now we got a question. Jacob Perez. Drew, when you go over alts, can you check out checks? I already have a position, but I think it might be good for your audience. All right, remind me to check out checks when we get to the altcoin section. Absolutely. Now, God, I got so totally sidetracked by Jerry Seinfeld here. Donald Trump had a meeting with Chris from Crypto.com, an American-based massive exchange. This might position Crypto.com to be a heavy, heavy contender in the bull market. You guys, regulations and availability to do business in the U.S. is a major deal. Now we go to Crow Token. We're probably pumping off the news. We're up 9% on the day. How much on the week? Is there still opportunity in this token is what primarily I'm looking at this chart for. This is health on the shelf. That looks like an obvious bull flag to me on the yearly. And holy shit. All right. So this is looking pretty damn good. this is looking
I like that.
very good, actually. Yeah, if we have a crypto-friendly president that's having meetings with the CEO of crypto.com, like as we see here, they have all the runway. They didn't, fall like FTX, the other American-based one. I really think that there is a ton of opportunity for the Crow token. Probably going to need to pick up a bag. I did have a bag, and I sold it on this previous pump. Sad. But I did make some money off of it. I don't know how. I think I bought it like right as the bear market was kicking off here. But I might need to actually make a new position of Crow token. As you can see, it's running into some pretty historical price levels here at the pump 2 moment. It reached over that level, but then ran into it as resistance. Now it's sitting here building a bull flag at that same 15 to 20 cent range. Very, very interesting, but nice to see the orange one willing to meet with some of the largest exchanges here in the United States to lay the groundwork for regulatory clarity. This is something us utility token holders have been hoping for many, many bull markets. It's been many, many bull markets. But now we have arrived at the time frame, and it is looking great. And on the macroeconomic side for Trump's presidency, Health and Human Services Secretary Designate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is talking about his meetings on Capitol Hill yesterday being very, very productive. The body language of RFK tells me that he is about to fuck some shit up.
He means
right?
Only business. It's going to be great. This looks beautiful.
Oh, my God. He is about to tear him up. So I'm very excited to see how he cleans up the food supply. What you got, Isaac?
No, I was going to say F Ukraine said it would be there Sunday the 22nd.
Okay.
Okay. The 20-
If you're not already following me on Twitter, on my Twitter account here, where is it? At Druth Crypto, and send me a message, bro. Send me a message at Druth Crypto there. But let's keep moving on here. We have this. Okay, so now, all right, so we're hitting all-time highs in Bitcoin. I think we have a fire sale going on the altcoin sector. But the graph that I'm about to dive into, for anyone that's new into the channel, if you're just now getting into crypto, I have something very, very serious and concise to say to you right now about how to take profits, how I'm taking profits, and what I'm taking profits into, okay? I cannot live inside cryptocurrencies. I cannot have cash-creating businesses inside of cryptocurrencies other than leverage trading. I want to implore this lesson right now because this is something I feel very strong is happening. This is from Kobe SE Letter. The chart is frightening. 1975. We're going back in history. We're talking about how stagflation works, moving from inflation to stagflation. In 1975, inflation peaked near 12% and then fell in 1976 towards 4%. When charted with the path of inflation from 2020 till now, it looks almost identical. You can see the recent uptick in the inflation below. Are we setting up for a 1980s style rebound in terms of inflation? Now, let's just really soak this in. You can scoop my face out of the way so we can get the full picture here. So what we have, this is the experience where you saw shipping containers, overpricing. You had a massive, massive increase to the inflation of goods, which is later on felt by the consumer in this zone here. But what we have is CPI year-over-year data looking like it's coming down. It's having a momentary sigh of relief. With this momentary sigh of relief in the inflation level, the cost of goods level, the Federal Reserve has the opportunity to lower interest rates in this zone, okay? And currently, you have a home mortgage rate sitting right at around 7 to 8%. It's honestly still pretty high comparatively to this time frame here. Anyone that locked in a 3% or lower mortgage rate is absolutely sitting on free money right now, which I absolutely did. And now what we're seeing is the potential, if this continues to follow the stagflationary pattern of the 70s to 80s, this increase in inflation ended up creating home mortgages that were somewhere in the 15 to 18 percentile range. Now, when we put this into context with where we are in our present day and age, in this time frame, the average home was $50,000, maybe $70,000. Okay, in the current time frame, the average home is $450,000. It is exponentially more expensive on the list price for a home. So, when you look at the potential increase on this velocity for our interest rates, we need to take this bull market very, very seriously. The gains that I am taking out of this bull market, I am hammering the real estate market with. I am stacking as much crypto as I humanly can, getting ready for altcoin season, getting ready for this Bitcoin blow off top season that we're in right now. This is the bull market of a generation. What you're looking at, what you're feeling is the bull market of a generation, but I can't give you advice, but what I'm going to do is take every single red cent except for $100,000. I'm going to set 100K aside and put everything else into real estate. And I'm going to be a cash buyer. Yeah, I know people are taking loans out still at like the 7% level. I am not one of those guys. If it's not near 4%, I am not interested in a home mortgage at this current point. Hammering into real estate with cash, buying cash flowing businesses with cash are going to be the moves that make people like Warren Buffett who they are today. This is how you buy the blood on the stagflationary macro environment as it sits here running its head into a wall. Buyers don't have enough money to purchase the goods that are overpriced, and the goods are sitting stagnant for months, if not years on end. This is our perfect time to strike. The perfect storm for the crypto investor is coming upon us in 2025. So make sure you're paying attention to it. I'm getting a Sequoia too, a KK Jam. I'm just talking real estate. Vast majority of the money is going into real estate. So with that graph, just one more time, we are right here. We are going to have about a year of calmness of the Federal Reserve keeping its head low, doing slight rate cuts, not jackknifing the interest rates up. And then, in my opinion, and in the opinion of history, all hell is going to break loose in terms of inflation and the cost of living. So we see this, and we see some of the macroeconomic sickness happening with the China 10-year bond. We have this is the 10-year showing for China, and it is not a rugged meme coin. This is the 10-year for China, okay? The lack of interest in buying their government bond is showing very, very clearly. And they are going to pull some very large quantitative easing levers to get their economy out of the ground. But the reason that, in my opinion, we see the banks, the Federal Reserve now starting to give a nod to, Bitcoin's kind of an unmovable object, is because of this. It's the unrealized gains and losses that these banks are currently sitting on. And yes, it is getting slightly better, but to give context, this little dip here was the 2007 housing crisis. This bigger dip here was a month before they decided to talk about a pandemic, and then they had the excuse to print half of all dollars ever in circulation to give some short-term relief. But this is an oscillating chaos theory, okay? What's happening is a loosening of the bands overall until you get deep corrections each way. The upswing is going to be a deep quantitative easing to give them a moment of sigh of relief, and then back down to hell it will go. So just keep your wits about you. We are setting up for an incredible time in crypto, but there is a lot of pain that I see happening in the macro markets, and I'm going to utilize my crypto capital to take advantage of that. And what we see here on crypto capital side, Zach Rains highlighting this, an important metric to track. The US dollar stablecoin supply is at all-time highs and starting to hockey stick. $194 billion of tokenized dollars, aka stablecoins, is circulating, highlighting how blockchains are superior settlement rails for assets. $5 trillion in transaction volume over the past year, and this is from Visa. Visa is acknowledging this. This is what I see happening. The banks realize that their death spiral is getting out of control. So they're now acknowledging the use case of stablecoins, of crypto, and the U.S. government acknowledging that Bitcoin can be a better store of value. It has been so clear to us because we pay such close attention to crypto, but now the banks, the governments, they're all starting to realize it too, and this is where the game theory kicks into place. Here's a highlight from Chainlink on how and what they are doing to be a part of this change in our world of finance.
Every 25 or 30 years, there's a revolution in how people interact in the global financial system because new technologies appear to make it faster, more reliable, and more trustworthy. The first revolution was in the 1970s with mainframes and the first computers that ever appeared. And that allowed the first core banking transactions. And this gave rise to things like personal banking when you go into a bank and they have a computer, and ATMs. Then another 20, 30 years went by and you had the appearance of the World Wide Web. And there you had new technologies appear that resulted in internet banking and highly interconnected global applications and the current global financial system we know, essentially operating over the internet and similar parallel networks like SWIFT. Then you have the third iteration of this technological shift, which is blockchain, smart contracts, and Oracle networks, all interacting in a way that creates greater speed, more reliability, and more trust in how transactions work.
So when you lay it out in those terms, sure, it's a great fix. I just showed you why they're going to use Chainlink and other smart contract platforms to fix the global financial system and to use Bitcoin as a store value underlying it all. All of the pieces of this chaos pie are in place, and we are seeing it unravel before our eyes. It's such a beautiful time to be in crypto. You guys, pat yourselves on the back for being with me on this channel, stacking altcoins before things get crazy. I mean, I think we're in for just the ride of our lives. But other people in for the ride of their lives, people who bought Pengu this morning, late buyers, the Pengu. Okay, we need to check out this Pengu chart here. Pudgy Penguins, I think it's going to be a successful token. I will get that out of the way first and foremost. But there is turbulence so far on this release. The moment of silence for this trader who bought $10,000 worth of Pengu got filled on the order at a $14 trillion market cap, and their 10K is now worth $3.50. This is absolutely insane. How in the hell do they fat finger so they're showing a $10 trillion market cap? I mean, do they math? Here, let's go here to Deck Screener.
Costco hot dog.
We got to check Costco hot dog.
It's a must.
Too. This should be like the actual stable coin of Solana. Shouldn't
Costco hot dog. I mean, that would make sense. It's pretty much a Costco hot dog's $1.50.
Do I buy this?
But,
it's at a $2 million market cap.
But
look, liquidity.
Look where it was, though.
I don't look where it was, but I mean, it still got $2 million.
Yeah, I know, but it was.
Maybe there's a reason it pre-populates on my show.
Community takeover? ? Costco hot dog? No.
Oh my God!
Please
I love
don't.
Costco hot dogs.
Please don't do it.
They're delicious. All right, we're gonna check this out. Pudgy Penguins, where you at? It's currently coming in, registering at a $2.6 billion market cap, saying that it's got $22 million in locked liquidity. This is not locked yet. I believe that this will turn to a locked liquidity, you would hope. But this thing launched. We're going to go to 50-minute candles just to get a view of this. It launched. I did see some charts on this same contract address coming all the way up to like a $14-15 billion market cap, which I think is what that last post meant to say. Right now, I'm going to say this. I want to buy Pengu, but I'm going to wait for some calm to come on this. This is release day. There's a lot of FUD going out about it. A lot of people kind of missed out. But I saw Taco did end up getting like 50,000 tokens. I really, really want some calm, some steadiness to come to the chart before I decide to send some Solana into it. But this is a project that I'm going to be buying. So I will say it that way. But I definitely need to see where the calm really comes into. It's still sitting at, now it's coming in at 1.85. God, this thing is moving fast. Like this launch, kind of nuts. And I'm hoping that Luca Nets will get on a Twitter space to kind of explain what the hell is going on with this Pengu release. But be also very careful about finding the actual contract address. Jupiter put out a verifying contract address token launch at 8:05 a.m. this morning. And this I went with, I trust Jupiter. And it does look like this is the accurate token here. And just for highlights on what it is, because I know a lot of people are going to be looking for it. It's 2ZMM beginning in, and then it ends in UAUV. Okay, so just be very careful. There's a bunch of derivatives that are going to rug very, very quickly on this Pudgy Penguin token rollout. At large, I think it's going to be a success. I do believe that they are even rolling out an exchange. Pudgy Penguins are trying to... like the ecosystem about it. They're trying to roll out their own exchange. So,
I wonder how that's going to work.
I mean,
that's going to be crazy.
Probably chaos. I imagine. Have you ever seen Waterworld? Kevin Costner's?
No.
One of his finest movies?
Nope.
It's like the underside of the oil rig that everyone lived in Waterworld. Okay. There was no land.
Yeah.
And so the society ended up living on an oil rig. and there's different levels to it. The bottom of it was the oil where they put the prisoners, but the middle level was just, you know, they were cooking rats to stay alive, rat burgers, vehicles from the 1970s somehow still working in the year 2100. It was chaos. Okay, flamethrowers everywhere. That's what I imagined the Pudgy Penguins exchange to be like.
But you got me at flamethrowers.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. Meme exchanges, I'm at. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So now, Cyberkongs, we did see this. The SEC gave a Wells notice to Cyberkongs. This is from Loopify. Cyberkongs themselves, too long didn't read. The SEC says you cannot have a token associated with a blockchain game. This is the highlight. Cyberkongs, a project deep-rooted in gaming, and the SEC's Division of Enforcement have approached us with a very concerning rhetoric that you cannot have an ERC20 token in tandem with a blockchain game without registering it as a security. This discourse would have major implications for the entire Web3 gaming industry, and we will defend against this stance for the wider space. A very, very interesting move, and actually might be bearish for Pudgy Penguins, because there's a Pudgy Penguin game as well. You know, there's this whole ecosystem. Kind of crazy to see this last stand from Gary Gensler where he's just slinging mud against the wall here, but this may end up being something similar to what Jay Clayton did on his final day as SEC chair. That final day, he went after XRP, and so many years ago slapped a lawsuit that secondary sales of XRP were securities. And that didn't turn out too well for him. It cost the American taxpayers a lot of money in judicial processing fees. It cost Ripple an immense amount of money in legal fees and really didn't help anyone. But, you know, seeing that they're calling a token connected to a game a security, I mean, this might cause just a muting on the development of it. I don't think that this movement will stop the development of games having tokens by any means, because this infrastructure is being built worldwide, but it could be a black eye on the industry in the meantime. Boy, howdy, do we need to get Gary Gensler out of that position right now. We also saw Steve Aoki. Do you know this guy? Kind of a big music guy. Steve Aoki.
Yeah. I know a little bit about him.
He's got a ounce music. You know? He's totally your generation. You know,
yeah.
But you listen to heavy metal, but like kids you hang out with.
Very heavy metal. Yeah. I don't hang out with kids. I'm
kind of concerned that this is a top signal. Steve Aoki bought a Pudgy Penguin for $37.9 Ethereum today for $150,000. Okay. This is so crazy. Hannah nailed this first, and then I finally agreed with it. It took me like a month or two to agree with her, but we were arguing back and forth about Pudgies, if it's going to be a thing. And they were like $1 Ethereum a piece. Now they're coming in at 37.9 Ethereum a piece, $150,000. These things are probably going to flip cyberpunks at the rate they're going. Now, Ripple, news came that it officially launched its RLUSD stablecoin. And I do want to correct something that I wasn't sure of, but I want to make sure I'm very, very clear about this. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin is not going to be backed by their own native currency. For the love of God, thank you so much for avoiding that pitfall. It looks like they learned a little bit from the fall of Luna, per se. But I'm very, very happy to see that the RLUSD token is not backed by XRP tokens, because when the native asset valuation falls in an immense way, as altcoins often do, fall by 90, 85% in bear markets, then some serious problems can come to the stable coins that pin together the underlying ecosystem. So I am going to give a nod to that. Good job on not making it tied to your native asset, because that is something I did not want to see. And to its credit here, I think XRP is the top gainer in my damn portfolio today. Oh no, Constellation DAG. All right.
Okay.
XRP coming in number 2, AIOZ, then Kulo, the butt token. That's great. Yes. Near Protocol. Everything else is kind of taking a shave in here, though. Look at this. What's the best sale going on here? Because I'm talking about crypto sales. Moonwell shaving off a little bit, but it is getting dangerously close to going to price discovery. Once it hits 10 cents on Moonwell, we're going to price discovery. Alien Base token down 12%, a nice discount on Alien Base. Akash Network. Looks like we're getting a discount there. Aerodrome Finance as well. I'm just kind of highlighting the biggest losers in my portfolio because this gives me a signal to buy more, and I am loving seeing the short-term weakness in altcoins. And the reason why I'm so damn excited about seeing the short-term weakness in altcoins is coming out tonight at 5 p.m. Don't miss that video. Last night's video, absolutely crushing it. Check this out. This is a 1 out of 10. This is huge, and this goes into Chainlink's Federal Reserve plan. Just some sneaky little things happening at the New York Fed in relation to Chainlink, and really all of the different bullish news that's come out about the project. What you got?
We're going back to that whole altcoin thing.
Yeah.
I'm down on pretty much every altcoin except Hello Labs.
Are you really?
That stupid shit token
What?
is up 17% on the day.
Whoa.
So,
okay. I see you. Let's go.
That's weird. I don't know
Let's
why.
go.
Everything else is dead, but Hello Labs up.
You've been
only.
looking for an escape pump on this
And
thing.
here's
Aren't
my-
like the killer whales still liking it?
Yeah.
Let's
It's a great
see
show.
here.
I still watch the show.
That's quite a pump. Look at the daily. I mean, that's quite a pump right there, buddy. Holy cow. All right. Let's see how close. I mean, you got a long ways to go.
Long way to go.
Got a long ways to go, but I think maybe you'll get there. Maybe you'll get your money back, you know.
Money
Very
back,
bullish.
guaranteed.
Shout out to that. Veteran Crypto, yes, I am indeed dropping a video tonight. Good, sir. Now, what we have, and I'm not dropping the Aerodrome video yet. You guys can drop it. I'm going to be dropping it here later on in the week. Good job, XRP, for not backing that thing in your own asset. This is a highlight to the performance of Solana compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin in Q4 of 2024. A lot of larger accounts. This one, Glassnode, highlighting the shit that I was saying over the weekend. Isn't it crazy? Scam. Scandal. They
Not
follow
what
me.
The Drew could do for you.
My God.
What Drew could do for you.
That's not what the Drew can do for you. That's what Drew can do for your bags. That should be the saying right there. That is the saying. However, since early December, ETH has taken the lead, outperforming the other assets. Today, the 30-day performance stands at Ethereum's up by 26.9%, Bitcoin up 17.5%, and Solana only up by, this is probably about 1.9% on the month now. But this is highlighting a clear shift in momentum, folks. As you can see, Solana down here in the purple, really kind of falling onto the wayside here. Ethereum in the blue, lot to be desired on that. And of course, Bitcoin, the King Kugla of crypto, in the black. And I was thinking about taking a long on other like altcoins, but yesterday I just watched the price action in general. Bitcoin has stolen the show just for the meantime. People are more interested in Bitcoin, and it has the better upward velocity right now. This trade's actually sitting up pretty good. I'm up 50% on this trade. What do I do with that?
What to do?
Let's maybe leave it up to the chat.
Well, we can leave it up to the chat, but before you do that, move the stop loss up just a little bit.
All right, we'll move the stop loss up to under like this shelf right there.
Make a little more money. And then
Yeah.
we're going to leave it up to the chat. Drew, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let me know if I should flash close this, put a +1 in chat. If you want me to keep it open and be a psychopath trying to ride this thing to $120,000 and buy a Sequoia tomorrow. With it.
No, tonight. We're going to the car dealership tonight.
Let me know. Number 2, leave it open. Go full degen. Number 1, close it out. Be reasonable. All right. Now we're moving on to the rest of the stories here. This is Matthew Hyland even highlighting the same stuff I was talking about on Solana. And it really can be seen in the Solana pairs. Now he's just highlighting different Solana pairs. This is Solana to Bitcoin shown. Really breaking down from that flag. Not a great look. This is Solana to Ethereum. Looking a little toppy. Honestly, looking a little toppy there. Solana to others. Very much so. Looking like a correction in place there. And market cap for Solana. So something comes to mind. It's, Solana was a very early mover. But it was an early mover in the time frame where things were kind of boring, right? Like it was accumulation market. You weren't getting any major pumps other than altcoins in early to mid 2024. Solana absolutely explodes, but now we have a lot of regulatory clarity happening, a lot of good things happening on the allowance to let crypto exist in the US. So it's really hard to say, is Solana just an early Did it blow its load early? You know?
That's a great question. I don't think it was too early. There's always room for upside, and I think a major reason why like most altcoins are like taking a little downturn right now is because of Bitcoin dominance shooting back up, with Bitcoin taking the spotlight right now. So did Solana blow its load early? No. Maybe a part of its load. Some of its load's gone.
So well, that would leave it blue ball. Okay.
Yes, it has blue balls, like the blue balls on our, not blue, but there's balls on our Christmas tree.
My God.
Solana's
blue balled.
Solana has blue balls. Everybody, blue waffle.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here from
Incredible.
the truth.
I'm seeing a lot of 2s. What was 2? Close it?
2 was...
I think it was close it. Yeah, 2 was close it.
I thought 1 was close it. But people are saying take profits at 107,900.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on it. It's still cooking. Honestly, this thing is still cooking. I really feel like, I wanted to continue. Like I'm saying, we're going to continue up. I want to put my money where my mouth is. That's why I feel like just trading longs on Bitcoin, because I feel very convicted that this next week or two is going to be violent to the upside. I think we're going to be kind of taken back once we get this weekly candle bringing us up to the 120 realm. Then, yeah, I do think that we'll have to prove $100,000 as support, but I am looking to catch the trade as we go here. So now we got a lot of stuff to cover. I'm liking, did we go on? We still got plenty of time. This is great going on early here. FTX bankruptcy distribution timeline has been announced. January 3rd of 2025 is the effective date for this rollout here. First payments within 60 days. And on the news, the FTT token rose by nearly 17%. We have to go in here because I'm a crypto freak on a leash. Let's see here. We're up by 1.86% currently. That was a tongue twister.
That was a tongue twister. We've had a lot of tongue twisters today.
Yeah. Is this a cup and handle? We're building a giant cup and handle on the yearly.
The downside?
Oh, man. The FTX conversation, it's such a tough choice. Are they going to allow FTX to come back and operate as an exchange again? Right?
I hope not.
That's a big question. Right? And I hope not too. But people have a very, very short attention span.
Very short. It's like sad.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it kind of feels like they're trying to set up for a resurgence here. Ugh. It's tough. What is it? K-Jam thinks I'm screwed on this trade.
I think he's wrong.
I mean, he's a pretty smart guy.
His TA is amazing.
Well,
but I don't think
I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going in, what is this? If I lose the trade, what is that? I still make $140 if I lose the trade. If I win, I get $3,000. So it sounds like good odds to me. Now, what do we got here? Solana's covered, FTX. Now this in tandem. So we're talking about FTX bankruptcy distributions. This is billions of dollars being paid back to people that have been blue balled. Speaking of blue balls, the FTX investors that have not had their money given back to them from the FTX fall are going to be distributed $16 billion right as alt season kicks out. Just imagine what that's going to do to price action. But you put that in tandem with this week's FOMC meeting, which is in 1 day and 1 hour and 15 minutes and 43 seconds from now. Great. So what are the odds? What are they looking like? It looks like the markets are damn near 100% sure that we're going to be seeing a 25 base point cut. Now, a small contingent of the market thinks that we're going to get a no-cut moment where they just hold rates at where they are. But the large majority of macro investors, banks, think that we're going to be getting a 25 base point cut tomorrow. And I am of the opinion, I feel like this is spot on. This is the momentary weakness, like on that Kobayashi letter chart that I showed you. I think I deleted it here. But the momentary weakness in the Federal Reserve and showing signs of interest rate cuts, while they damn well know that the true inflation rate is going up, they just don't want to admit that to the American public while elections are just happening, while an incumbent president is coming into office. They wait until the president is in place, and then they hand Donald Trump a steaming pile of shit to deal with into 2026 and beyond. So We got to keep that in mind. I'm going to be taking tons of profits. The list is simple. A Sequoia, a big juicy house. I got the guns.
Yeah.
The third thing, what was the third? A Bitcoin. I'm gonna put $100,000 aside just to see if I can get the price to come back down to 100K to get a Bitcoin. Right?
That's pretty smart.
I just want to do that just to make sure the kids always have one, you know. And you know, in the background, we're always buying. My wife is always buying Bitcoin, DCA and weekly. So we keep building the stack for the kids in the long term portfolio. But you know, in the short term, in this bull market, I am looking to grab a home, a Sequoia, maybe another Armada, and then a Bitcoin out of it at the rate that things are going right now. We got to check out Lightning's chart here, or Litecoin chart. What do you got, Isaac?
I'm looking at what's his name, KJam's TA that he's doing right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's he thinking? Are we dead?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think we're dead?
I don't think we're dead.
Let's pull it up. Why not?
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
Look at Litecoin is up. Look at this, 7.3% on the day. But oh my god, dude, people doubt Litecoin. Here's the thing. You know that that Hashdex ETF filing that I showed you?
Of course.
So Litecoin, Avalanche, and Chainlink are the soonest contenders to get a specific crypto ETF for themselves on Wall Street. We're talking about Solana ETF, and all these deadlines for Solana ETFs come really at the end of 2025. But there is a deadline for the first and foremost ETF application, which is the Hashdex ETF. And it is only allowing, outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, Chainlink, Avalanche, and Litecoin. Okay, so when you fade in Litecoin, I just got to warn you about that. Just got to warn you, bro.
Okay, I mean, I'm the same with XRP. I'm the same with Litecoin. I don't care.
Right. Well, let's look at the chart here. Let's give it some hillbilly. Dude, it's trying to break out of its bull flag. This thing is trying to break out, and it has higher highs over each different bull market. This thing has been around for a very long time. It first came out, the data we have goes back to 2013. It had a bull market right there, even though it's hard to see. You know what? We're going to trade in view. We're going to trade. I'm going into trading. I'm talking about Litecoin.
Hillbilly DA on Litecoin.
I mean, there is to be done. You know what? We joke about it, but this is one of the longest standing successful crypto projects on the market.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There is that
for a second.
Let's see. So with this data doesn't even go all the way back, but we do have two higher highs. This is the high of December 2017. It follows right in line with Bitcoin's highs. And then this all-time high coming in at May 2021. Now this, interesting note, signals the all-time high in terms of buying power for Bitcoin. When Bitcoin hit $64,000 in this month, that was the true all-time high in terms of buying power. Now, when you go to the secondary pump here, Bitcoin, in terms of dollars, hit $69,000. But in terms of buying power, you know what? The all-time high was marked right there. Litecoin, I don't hate this graph. It's trying to break out of a very important range. It's probably going to run into some resistance here. But when it does break out, honestly, I think you're going to see new all-time highs for Litecoin. Probably nothing up to the $1,000 level or anything like that. But I could see $400 or $500 for this token, especially if they get an ETF, right?
Yeah, that would be insane.
I mean, people, Tom Crown loving it, I'm sure. Tom Crown's very, very bullish on Litecoin. Honestly, I feel like for good reason. A lot of people fade these things, but I think my wife owns some Litecoin. Or she might have sold it on the last pump, but she might own some Litecoin.
Interesting. Also, I sent you that chart from KJam.
Oh, you did? Let's see what you got here. Let's check out Mr. KJam. Or actually, no, I'll check out your messages. Where are you at?
Somewhere.
Here we go. All right, KJam. What you got, baby? All right, what you got? What is this? Fuzzy
I'm
BS.
sorry. Okay, I had to,
You screenshot it.
I screenshot it.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, this is just highlighting a lot of sells happen there, a lot of buys happen there. That's great. Point of control, we're basically sitting at in the short-term range. Honestly, this is too fuzzy. It gives me tism. So let's go over to this.
I can give you a better one.
Yeah. Let's see here. So let's pull up the trading view. I'm actually pretty interested in where this trade's going to go here, because this might be a big kahuna. At large, I know DZ was looking at the rising channel and the likelihood we come back down. That's why I have my stop loss in profit on it already. let's go to the zoomed in time frame. Let's go to the 15-minute because I'm a psychopath. Now we go here, and I'm going to add some Fu Manchu Cypher B free. Gives you the red and the green dots, no charge. Right there, nice print. This looking juicy AF. And look at this. You have a bullish divergence. You have higher highs on that swoop, and you have lower lows in terms of price. Honestly, this is looking juicy AF. This is price discovery. Where's the liquidity at? Let's see where the liquidity.
Where's the liquidity?
I love the spider lines, people, that they pull lines that they draw. They basically have a line every $2,000.
Yeah.
So then when the price hits the spider line, they're like, see, I told you. Do you see how genius I am? I told you.
Also, K-Jam, leave me alone. I know I sent him a 480p screenshot. Man. I know what I did.
Let's see here. What I'm looking for are a bunch of short. Look at it. A bunch of shorts coming in. It's going to get gobbled up. 107,900 and even more up here at the $109,000 level. Oh my God. They just can't believe it's happening. This is people that just cannot believe they're looking at Bitcoin try to hit $110,000 before the year is out. They're in disbelief right now and they hate it. They absolutely hate it. They're shorting with emotions and it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Randy thinks 150K by the end of the year.
150K? Who thinks that?
Randy.
I mean, that's what, Miss Teen Crypto?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little too quick. That's a little too
Very
quick.
too quick. That's what I said in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, we only got, like 2-3 weeks left in the year. More
Correct.
so, 120, 130 is, kind of the bullish continuation I'm looking for. Gosh, if you are interested in trading, get with your boy, click the Discord and hit me up in the Druth Trading 2-bit channel. But also use the code BASEMENT. We have a link in our description. Use code BASEMENT, all capitals. This has been a wild journey trade, and I started with $400. It went up to $2,500, down to $300 again, and now I'm back over $3,000. And you know what? Trading is a very emotional thing. You have to take your emotions out of it. You have to look at it from a very, very kind of desensitized manner so that you're just looking at the percentage gain rather than the money. Blockchain report found my old hacked wallet was eligible for 103,000 Pengu tokens and was able to claim it on Solana before the hacker. Holy shit, Blockchain Report. What a savage. Good on you, Blockchain Report. If you guys aren't already following Blockchain Report, Jeff over there, he works his buns off. Let's show his, which button? Oh yeah, hit the Bapapows, man. Hit the Bapapows. Blockchain Report. Let's go to his channel here. Because this dude, he's probably put out some, oh God, he's almost to 5,000 subs. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
How many videos he's done? 735 videos. 4,750 followers here. Make sure to go give him some love, you guys. Blockchain Report. He's been on the show multiple times. He's a great human being. He works very hard and very specifically on giving you the alpha on airdrops. So if you're interested in airdrops, all of that manner, go on over and support him. And also, my man, Veteran Crypto. Veteran, I have to go straight to his X account to show his video. But Veteran, me, and Jeff sat down and did a great Aerodrome tutorial, a full tutorial on how to get started on staking and liquidity providing in the Aerodrome ecosystem, because I am going to be taking a portion of my Aerodrome bag and adding liquidity to the ecosystem. Veteran Crypto and his channel at Veteran Crypto on the YouTube here. And you could probably just type in Veteran Crypto and he'll come up, or go to his X account as I did at Veteran for Crypto. What's that?
Or you can, oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Or you can click on his name.
Oh yeah, that works too. Make sure you guys are following these dudes. Very based human beings. I'm so excited to release the Aerodrome tutorial video because you know what? Veteran Crypto's out there printing money. He's showing Jeff how to print money, just liquidity providing. I got a lot of Aerodrome that ain't to work, and I should be putting that stuff to work. Let's hear F Ukraine. You should clarify. Crypto Steve was saying a standalone ETF isn't already part of a basket of assets, an exchange, a traded product. If not already, more than likely it will be. Yeah, I think that the Solana ETFs probably will get approved. The specific Solana ETFs will get approved, but they won't have their final deadlines to the latter part of 2025. That's the point of it. The first and foremost ones that'll get the approvals before the juice of the bull market really kicks into gear is Chainlink, Litecoin, and Avalanche. It's crazy. KJam, you should let me know. I'll show your music stuff too. I know KJam's out there in Colorado holding it down. And this is something to note on Ethereum. There are 104 whale wallets holding down at least 100,000 Ethereum. Their combined holdings currently sit at 57.3% of all existing ETH tokens, currently worth $333 billion. Oh my God. That is a large amount of Ethereum held by 104 wallets. Okay. Meanwhile, wallets with 100 to 100,000 hold their lowest ratio of supply in history, 33%, and sub 100 ETH wallets hold a near 4-year low of 9.19%. The whales have consolidated power in an extreme way in Ethereum. It's kind of crazy to see, with the caveat that the number 2 market cap is increasingly comprised of DeFi and staking wallets. It is still generally bullish long-term signal when the coin's most prominent key stakeholders continue accumulating. And this, in my opinion, why they continue to accumulate is because they know that the infrastructure of real-world assets is going to be built on Ethereum. That's why they're continuing to hold it. Yes, it's more centralized. Yes, it is. It's kind of not the pleb game anymore. The pleb game can be found on smaller market cap projects, as you see me searching around for market caps that are not already at a 400, 500, 600 billion dollar market cap. That's why I look for better upside. But I know that Ethereum's probably going to hold its number 2 position, and a large amount of crypto whales are hammering in. Let's see what this is. We're still cooking, baby. We're still cooking.
The green dot working for you.
Let's check. Yeah, good call. Let's go in here. Check the Vu Manchu Cypher B. Still rocking the green dot on the 15 mini. Feeling good. I'm actually feeling really good about this trade here. We got a nice little bull div there. I got stopped out freaking twice or 3 times this morning. I had a stop losses set very tight this morning, like 10%. Because I'm trading with a third of my bag, so I lose 10% if the stop loss gets hit. I hit it 3 times. Now I've already made up all that plus some. But let's see what the hourly looks like on Bitcoin. More so for the money flow. Where's the money flow? It's angling to the upside. That's great. Go to the 4-hour. Oh, man. All right, so we're coming down a little bit on the 4-hour, maybe. Honestly, though, if you really back up, the juice is not even there. This is the 4-hour money flow on the 13th of November. Now we're on the 17th. We actually had a much thicker money flow in that time frame. So in terms of money flow, I like to look at the larger time frames for sure. This is looking great. This honestly is looking great. The attention's there. The action's there. Mrs. Jackson's there. Now, this guy, Squirrel Dad, owner of Peanut the Squirrel, has issued a cease and desist to Binance, accusing it of IP infringement over listing its Peanut meme coin. Now, little Peanut is at the center of a gigantic controversy. Could you imagine a tiny squirrel realizing he was going to be part of a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit?
And yeah, like backing up the entire crypto meme coin sector. It's just, and he's dead. Like, okay.
Shout out to M Vino giving me the holler, the best crypto show. I appreciate you, but thank you for saying that. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people have gotten distracted over the aliens and all that shit. I am here to literally focus on our bags,
Peanut,
day in and day out, and Peanut. Because this is the time where we're printing generational wealth. And if we're not focused and paying attention right now, and we're getting distracted by little drones in the sky or whatever it is, then we miss out big time. Looks like Squirrel Daddy going after Binance over Peanut. How's the price action on Peanut right now?
Down only.
Down. No, don't say that. Is it really?
I don't know.
I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's see. Peanut the Squirrel. Oh, it's sitting here holding the line at $1 billion market cap. Oh, man. All right, so let's see. Oh, this might go to 400 mil.
Probably.
This might go to 400 mil. But, I mean, let's see here. Does it have it on TradingView? No. So we're essentially at a point that it's tested 2 times previously, this low of $1 billion market cap. If it loses the $1 billion market cap level. It will be a fast ride down to the spot here at about 450 million. And at that point, it's like, do you buy it after it falls down there? Is the narrative of a squirrel going to continue going? There's probably not going to be another SWAT team taking out another squirrel, right?
I think so.
So just keep that in mind when you're looking at assets like that. But shout out to everyone that made money. I know Nicole Tater absolutely printed off this thing. Now, this is from Shark Society. What do we got here? AI XBT agent talking about base chain desperately needing a proper AI agent. Talking about RFL reborn from the Grand Base hack secured $500,000 in aerodrome incentives, sitting at a $4 million market cap versus the previous $200 million market cap. And he is bullish on this token. So now I'm going to have to hop in here. RFL on base. I'm always looking for things adjacent to the aerodrome ecosystem. An AI agent is also something I've been looking into. And, you know, what it has here is a little bit going for it. Honestly, it's got a couple narratives. It's in the right ecosystem. I like seeing it. So I do kind of feel like getting a bag of this damn thing. Where's the token address at? I got to click into the Discord, get in here. This one, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to follow it, and I'm going to do this. This is how I can make sure to end up buying this thing. Now I know. I'm not going to join live. I got it followed, notifications on. I am going to be stacking a small bag of this AI agent on base because it looks like it's a pretty good buying opportunity for the time being. Now, PIN, this token absolutely went berserk when it came out originally. I'm snooping around waiting for any sign of weakness on this graph. PIN, let's see here. We're up 3% on the day. Son of a gun, already coming back up. 269 currently on the token price, but it pumped all the way to near $4. This looks like a shelf that we're building up. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to get it at like a $2 flat level, but it looks like it's finding the support and the equilibrium up here from $2 to essentially the $3 mark. So with that being said, I am building out a bag of PinLink, the DPin play with a kind of an AI adjacency to it. The company has a good revenue stream plan, and they also announced staking. If you go to the website here, they've been pretty transparent about all their revenue producing avenues. They buy mining systems. They give out all of their information about. Here's a good post. We just dropped another 1.1 million on protocol owned DPin assets. We have some big plans ready to announce shortly in ways that will be utilizing initial revenues to benefit PIN holders as they gear up for a testnet release of the RWA tokenized DPin. So I do feel like getting a small bag of PinLink just because it's got great escape velocity. It looks like it's finding its equilibrium, and it really is only about a month old. As it sits right now, this thing's only a month old. Market cap sitting at 215 million. It's releasing into the most bullish bull market of our lives. And I'm here for it. So let's see here. You guys were doing a 2012 play-by-play reenactment. I don't know what you mean by that. What happened in 2012? What are you talking about? 2012?
I don't know.
Oh, is it the movie where things like the world comes to an end because the weather or whatever? Like it gets really cold and everyone freezes to death? Potentially.
That'd be pretty funny.
Dot price prediction. NCR. Good reminder. All right. So let's see here. Polkadot. Let's see here. Currently sitting at number 17. Now, I want to do this conservatively because there's a lot of AI juice. There's a lot of stuff coming to the market. Let's say that Polkadot is able to retain a position in the top 20. This gives it room to fall 3 spaces from where it sits currently. Okay? So, in thinking of these terms, the top 30 to 21 by the current market velocity should land between 50 to $85 billion market caps to make it within the top 30. Now, the top 20 by rights, if the velocity of the market continues to increase at the same rate it did in the last bull market, would mean that the top 20 to 11 tokens come in from $85 billion all the way on up to $200+ billion market caps. That being said, Polkadot Let's evaluate it if it reaches a $85 billion or $80 billion market cap level and is able to retain a position in the top 20 of cryptocurrencies. Currently, the entire supply is circulating. It has shifted a little bit of its focus from the paratrain role, trying to involve everything with parachains to just basically being an interoperable piece of a larger blockchain ecosystem. And I did like that approach from Gavin Wood. I think it was very, very smart to do so. Let's go to Coin Perspective to see where that price percentage could land if it does hold its position. I'm talking about it losing 2 positions, going down to number 20 and landing right at about an $80 billion market cap. So Polkadot doesn't have to adjust for any inflation because all the tokens are out. This is important to note when you're looking to do price expectation of a token for yourself. Don't expect it to hit 1 trillion by any means. Let's go to $80 billion. We could tangibly looking at a 5x from here or a $54 per token price point for Polkadot. Should it retain the number 20 position and continue to increase with the rest of the market? Now, if it does amazing, if it's, let's say it goes to number 15 and it's racking in, 120, maybe 130, that's where the real juice can be found, getting near the $83 level. In order for Polkadot to hit $100 a unit, it has to hit $157 billion market cap, which means that it would have to increase its position. Instead of being number 17, it would have to tick up, and it would have to overtake things like Stellar, like Sui. It would have to overtake some of the most aggressive blockchains out there right now. As you can see, Shiba, Toncoin, Chainlink, Avalanche. It is no easy task to overtake these competitive projects. So in Polkadot's situation, I am just hoping that it retains its position within the number 20 to 17 position. And then we could see a price coming in at around $50 a unit. But you know what? All this is just my assertion of where the markets are going at large, and history is not a perfect roadmap for where things are going, as many as people are highlighting. So we must do our own research. And, the main thing about this in this crypto market is having extreme conviction. And when you get in, you get crypto, get it the hell off an exchange. Make sure to take advantage of our 20% off deal on the Arculus cold storage wallet. Our channel partner Arculus has done a great thing and rolled off a 20% deal. You use code BASE20, you get the Arculus cold storage wallet right there, $20 off. It is the easiest way to orange pill your family into feeling comfortable enough to become their own bank and to custody their own crypto. It's a very powerful tool, and I implore all of you out there to take advantage of this deal right now. Click the link in our description right now. I have it in the description of this show here. I'll go to the basement because I want to show you guys where to find all of this stuff at. We go to the More tab when you're on a computer or a phone, and then you will see all the deals we have going on for you here. You get the Arculus cold storage wallet. Use code BASE20. Click the link right there and utilize that code for $20 off. You can also use code BASEMENT on 2bit and hop in there, get trading with the Druth, hop into the Discord channel and get chatting with me about trades. And I'm going to start to, beginning in, I believe I'm going to do it this weekend, and just pull all of the questions directly from the Discord channel in the OG chat. So channel members will be able to get their questions discussed on a public platform here on the Blockchain Basement, and we can all work together to find the best projects and discuss this in an open format to make the right decisions for ourselves in this time frame. Isaac, what a hell of a show.
That was a beautiful show.
I feel like we covered a lot of ground here.
We covered a lot of ground, and we used a lot of stories this time. We had extra time to go through a lot more stories.
I know. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So with that being said, you guys stay based, remain vigilant. There's a lot of scams out there. For the love of God, please help me clean up the scam comments. If you watched all the way to the end and you're a mod, please help me hide the user from the channel forever. If you see those scam comments, they're going to come out with stupid XY, AI tokens, so bullish, all these stupid things.
Next Bitcoin, shut up.
Yeah, please stop them, because there's a lot of new people coming into crypto and they're going to be fooled by it. So I can do my part. Please do your part. Keep people safe out there. Word Sister down in the Rumble, I appreciate you. Shady Bandito, K-Jam, Quarter Crawler, Brian Wild, yes, sir. I hold Aether, and I think it's very bullish as well. F Ukraine, of course, the veteran crypto Stevo, Adam Bombetti, Deadwood. You guys are absolutely incredible. I will come to you tomorrow morning with more Crypto Alpha. And tonight at 5 p.m., we are releasing another nightly video for you guys. We're upping it to 2 videos a day because the content needs to get out ASAP. Until then, take care.